Father, you have blessed us with leaders that love you, that seek your wisdom to serve the people, and who are not afraid to stand against evil, untruth, and tyranny. Men like Congressman Sessions.
But what I'm suggesting to you is that the American people decided it would be Barack Obama. The American people decided it would be Joe Biden. And the American people have now decided that it would be Donald Trump. So,
trigger over $500 million in automatic Medicare cuts over the next 10 years due to the pay-go law. Can you explain how that's good for Texas seniors, especially those right here in District 17?
Yes, ma'am.
Myself included as a Medicare recipient.
Yes, ma'am, I can. Not one person who is on Medicare or Medicaid will see that their benefits are reduced. However, if you are... Pay-go is you simply pay as you go.
That's what's going to cut Medicare.
We're not going to cut Medicare. We're going to take people who are on Medicare, the 18%, ma'am. You can quote me, the 18%. Good. Well, I will be pleased to come back after we do this, and would love to have you come back and tell me how we cut you, because we won't.
We'll see.
We will see.
Yeah.
And now with this new regulations, they're going to have to. So how do you keep those seniors from getting left out?
Wise investments in our country. What is the vision for investment coming forward?
We have found ourselves as being less of a good thing to bet on. That the federal government is nearing a point where we can't pay our bill. And there are other things that are called crypto and gold and bricks and a lot of other things that have gathered a lot of investment dollars.
But you are on the right side, Donald Trump's on the right side. And regardless of what goes on here, you are in the majority, we are in the majority of the American people. They want immigration under control, they want taxes under control, and they want the law and order. And that's what you ran.
We will be doing, the state of Texas will have probably the ability to handle their own work. North Carolina. So you asked a question, I gave you an answer.
And all the time that Musk was in there with his chainsaw with free reign to go into lock all the federal civil service people out and get into the computers. How many cases have fraud, which is a crime, how many cases of fraud have been, how many people have been indicted? How many charges have been brought?
Oh, don't worry, that's getting ready to happen.
But I do know that Congress is supposed to control the purse strings when it comes to budgeting. I'm all for eliminating waste and fraud and abuse in the government, but at the same time, I believe that slashing both personnel and funds without due process is reckless and illegal. Cuts are nothing more than a way to privatize my VA healthcare, will adversely affect the quality and put billions of dollars into the pockets of healthcare corporations with no cost savings.
I invite you to my office, and I will show you the letters and the responses, and I will show you what we are doing. The reason why is because the Secretary moved $15 billion out of the VA, and that is why last August we had to come in and do an emergency bill. We were not told where the money went, and then DOGE, government efficiency, came in and found the $15 billion that went to fund the immigration, the illegal immigration. That Congress,
Why does he care about that for veterans?
One man is going to protect you against funding cuts.
Let the man talk. Yeah.
Let the man talk through.
you can yell at me on other issues, but not on the veteran issue, please, ma'am. If you'll listen.
The people who are showing up in the ways that are legal to plead their cases in court. Judges are dismissing the case and people are being arrested.
I don't know whether they were agreed to or not agreed to. I gather that there was not an agreement of their case, and then they arrested.
Those criminals were doing.
Do you consider them to be the enemy? Because the job of the Marines is to kill the enemy. That's the primary mission. Now the Marines, we don't shoot them in the legs. We shoot them in the center mass.
I didn't see him shoot anybody, and they kept law and order.
The state of Texas is well aware of that. They do understand that there are some vaccines which are necessary, and you've talked about one of them that is. So I would assume that the state of Texas is because that died down.
Administration to spend money, and that is why we are going to have what is called Doge. The spending that we look at right now has created a interest of a deficit that now exceeds the amount that we pay for the military, and it's rising exponentially. This bill isn't the real budget buster. We're only after about a $2 trillion deficit right now, as compared to President Obama had a $6 trillion deficit plan. Making taxes permanent, the things that have now taken forth from 2017, we do not want to increase taxes.
For who?
We have received.
Our county, we have a housing shortage and rent has skyrocketed. So locally, if you pass the Doge budget, the big beautiful bill as is, 43% of funding from core rental assistance payments will be cut. Here locally, that means 2,400 households of working poor would lose assistance for Section 8. 573 households in public housing. Those are households. We're talking about 5,000 people that could affect here locally, and we're talking about veterans, we're talking about single mothers, we're talking about the working poor. I'm not talking about people that you say don't want to work.
Well, we don't know that, but is trying to get people in the houses that they do not qualify.
No. You are wrong, sir. And I know you have had enough experience in talking with our local housing authorities that you know better.
I have. And as a matter of fact, I'll tell you what that discussion was. They did not want anybody but them to build the houses and be responsible for them.
You're not even talking about Section 8. That is not Section 8.
I'm talking about the McLennan County.
It's a waste. It's a waste.
Thank you. The president has in the bill to raise on billionaires, raising them 2% more. Otherwise, so what we're attempting to do is to understand that what Barack Obama and the Democrats did was raise taxes and spending dramatically, moving social programs dramatically. And so you will see what that impact is here in just a minute.